5421 Champagne Drive.
To the county, really?
5421 on King.
Come on.
53 Eddie, go ahead.
I swear to God, I think I think about everything. I swear to God, I think I will tell you, please.
Wait, hold on. You gotta relax for me, because I can't understand it. Relax. What's the number? 779. What you saying, man?
We're gonna see what we can do for you, alright?
We can see what we can do for you. You gotta relax for me.
Really everything? I swear to God I tell you I wait, hold on. You got to relax for me, I can't understand. Relax. What's the number? What you saying, man? We going to see what we can do for you, all right. See what we can do for you, you got to relax. After news of members snitching in court, Durk's reaction was concerning. This is because the new evidence they want to use against Durk started in a group chat, making it obvious who the snitch is. It reads, Durk is facing allegations from federal prosecutors that he put hits on black members for not retaliating for King Vaughn. Prosecutors plan to introduce testimony from a witness who claims Durk gave the orders. In the evidence files, it reads, Durk feuds with a black member Monoduck over Durk's belief that members weren't retaliating for King Vaughn's passing. But this wasn't the only evidence given to prosecutors. It was announced feds believed Durk was also behind the attempt of Wando Rondo in 2021 at a gas station in Black Saya, Georgia. As it was reported, surveillance footage and witness testimony related to the attempt of Quando in Georgia. Also reading in his song Durk Raps, they're on my page like slide for Von. I know they're trolling me. In his podcast he said, for some reason I just don't see those comments anymore. They aren't using the lyrics against Durk, but they're using the date of the song's release to line up with the hit on Quando. This resulted in rappers reacting, please tell me this isn't real. When you look deeper into what's really going on in Durk's case, it's not good. It was just announced. The new TED body cam footage of him begging to snitch against Durk and members has changed the case. Durk's lawyers submitted paperwork for extended time on their bond proposal. You didn't know Ted is Day's younger brother, and D is Durk's main hitter who is usually in charge of carrying out crimes that Durk wants done. With Ted being his brother, it's likely he knows a lot, which is why when the cops arrested Ted for an unrelated charge, it helped them a lot in the case, as they used Ted's charges of carrying a firearm to make him take a deal against Durk. 42 really dude had a what about that? A man had a with extended clip. That's cool though, right? Up. Ted was driven to the police station, but before he got inside he wanted to snitch. He hoped to not be thrown into jail, but it was way too late. Come on, hey stop it, I swear to God. I think everything, I swear to God. I swear please. As he waits in the cell, Ted is seen crying his eyes out. He wanted nothing more than to rat on people he knows who did crimes. Wait, hold on. You got to relax for me. I can't understand. Relax. What's the number you saying, man? We going to see what we can do for you. All right, see what we can do for you. You got to relax. Relax, man. I'm going to get busy. Relax. Give me what you talking about. I'm trying to get that. However, Vaney, who's closely tied to the group, is snitching against Durk too. As Vaney's file got updated and it shows he is no longer in custody, which means he's likely on house arrest after accepting a deal. We got an inside look on what Vonnie's been doing because he texted a close friend about the situation. But the friend leaked the text as Vonnie was caught saying, I'm trying to plea out to 32, which is the base for M for hire. The max is 43, which is life. I get -2 points for a plea, -1 point for an early plea, and -2 points for no background. So I'll have 27 points, which is 5 to 7 years. I can't go to trial. I don't want them to do me like the other guys. When saying, I don't want to get got like the other guys, he's referring to Jam, but more on that later. With Vonnie snitching, Vonnie's father came out and snitched on his son for making a deal with the feds rather than being happy that his son got a deal and would be home sooner. He wanted to expose Vonnie as Vonnie's dad said that Vonnie was involved in King Van's passing and that Durk knew about it. I'm going to give you this. It's a back door and I got all the pieces. That's all I'm going to tell you. As Durk asked Vonnie, is it open? Vonnie told him, it's off the hinges. Wait, are you talking about the Tavan like King Von? Listen very carefully. When the payment was made to Little Tim the next day or the same day, Durk asked Vonnie, was it open? This is what he asked him. Was it open? It was his exact words, was it open? He told him, it's off the hinges. Are you saying that Vonnie backdoor King Bon? No way, that was right. You heard what I just said. Guess what? You need motive first, right? I got bankers that'll testify that or will make a contract and make a statement to you and let you know that this is the amount of money he had. This is what he had. This is that another you need motive first and foremost. I got text messages from the lawyer letting you know that who told on Durk, who told on Van before but academics wondered why Durk would want to get rid of Van. At first, it makes no sense because they were close. But when you remember that they were facing a criminal case together, it makes more sense. Shortly after Van passed, the case ended in a private settlement, which most likely means that Durk blamed the crime on Van since he was gone, which allowed for Durk to get his charges dropped and stay free. Why would Durk want Van? Let me give you this. First of all, you didn't sign your rights over. You ain't in no 360 deal. First of all, you can't bring nobody into the business, and then you they outpass they surpass you. How you bring me to the table and I pass you up? Don't nobody want their cheap spot taken, do they? That's interesting. Jude was a slack. Jude was a he was signing the boys. He was sign he was a law was no. That's interesting. I did find out that Van didn't have any contractual ties to Durk like that, which was man, come on man. He wasn't even signed to him. How is this his friend? And he lied on Breakfast Club and said, hey, you think your man would be sitting here with $300,000 worth of jewelry on and he not have an attorney? He had a public defender. This is when a tweet went viral reading, Vonnie's dad leaking that Durk had Von dealt with makes me wonder why Durk goes on Instagram Live when he's connected to a passing. He went on live the minute when Vaughn, Lil Pab, and FBG Duck passed away. As fans believe Durk uses Instagram Live like an alibi. If he gets questioned about his whereabouts during one of these hits, he just claims he was busy on Instagram Live, although we know now that Durk could have just as easily placed the hit on whoever he wants. This would allow him to keep streaming on Instagram Live and watch it play out, although Vonnie's father wasn't done with Vonnie. Vonnie's father reveals Vonnie orchestrated Lil Pab and King Von's hits. Oh no, he ain't responding no back to me cause this is on a tablet. He on a jail tablet when I sent that to him. He ain't responding nothing else to him. I told you he can't take my advice because they made they get caught. This is what come along with it. They wanted to get caught, do you understand me? So that's what you meant by trenches paint. Okay, what you mean trenches? What, was it you that said that with the whole narrative about Bonnie snitching with the text messages like that? Yeah, I don't know who said that, but that was me. That was a focus. Everybody was trying to make it seem like that's what the text message is about. Tell no, that's just saying what he going to talk out to and this, that. And with me saying Van, some people like, damn, what he going to turn on some V. I ain't going to lie. I said that in my video. I'm free to know what the name was for. No. He ain't going to tell them no. You going to tell her just like you orchestrated, and guess who you work for? Vaney's father is from the streets where if someone snitches, you can snitch on them. Even Durk's sister-in-law confirmed Vonnie was a snitch by calling him a rat. But with Durk in a bad spot, his lawyers are doing their best to get him released. With it announced, Durk has filed a new motion to dismiss based on the vagueness of the second superseding indictment. If it is not dismissed, he requests a bill of particulars. The coded language used, the nature of the bounty, the time and date, audience and circumstance. In the paperwork, Durk's lawyers are asking the prosecutors to show the evidence where Durk gives his offer for the bounty of Quandondo. They want to know the reward that Durk offered for the crime to be done and what was the date and time. In a typical court case for M for hire, all of this would have been shared by now. However, the prosecutors aren't giving it up, making Durk's lawyers believe they don't even have the evidence against him. However, this resulted in something concerning. Durk was taken into solitary confinement after Code discovered a cell phone in his jail cell. They got little Durk in a hole for basically some BS, and you right now, we're going to show the paperwork. They saying that he was caught with a cell phone, and basically that's not true. They trying to keep him in a hole. Do a lot of things that they shouldn't be doing or whatever, but they trying to make a point because they saying that me and him is privilege, and we got so many things going on and it's a lot of BS. However, there's another reason it was shared. Durk was involved in an altercation inside jail this morning, which resulted in baby tweeting, I don't care about nothing else ought.